We can't stop travelling.
I know. Bad news. We can't stop travelling.
And it's not that we're addicted. Well, we are kind of, yeah.
Bloody hey, it's a good lifestyle. Why can't we stop travelling?
We can't afford to.
No, we can't afford to stop. If we stop travelling, we're going to go broke. Well, welcome back to a new episode. Before we really get started, I'd love to thank all you guys for subscribing. We are so close to hitting some benchmarks. Fantastic. You guys are awesome. Let's get into it. Can't we stop travelling?
We can't afford to.
No, we can't afford to stop. If we stop travelling, we're going to go broke.
It actually has shocked us. We've sat down, we've done the maths, we've done the budget, and yeah, it's cheaper for us to stay on the road and keep travelling than to stop. Shocking, I know.
Look, there's probably a couple of main factors there. Is I'm no longer working, so Trina's the only one who's working if we did stop travelling, and it does take a big chunk out of your budget when you work out some stuff that we're going to talk about in this episode.
So in this episode, we're going to break it down for you. We're going to give you a bit of our budget and sort of show the difference between being at home and being in the van, and where we can save money being in the van. We're also going to show you how we save money travelling in the van. So just some little tips that we have learnt along the way. And finally, Cain, we're going to give them some of our little tips of how to earn some extra money on the van.
Secret biz.
Now look, I will give a warning here. It is not a pyramid scheme. I'm not into those. We don't like those. It's just
good old hard work. That's really what it is. It's just good old hard work.
A bit of extra pocket money. So sit down, strap in, and come find out why it's cheaper to stay in a caravan.
It's cheaper to live in the van.
Well, let's break it down for you. The first one, and this is probably our main reason, the accommodation cost. So I'm going to put a little chart up here. We're going to split it into living at home and the caravan. So living at home, accommodation, this is just going off our mortgage, would be about $350, maybe even a bit more now, $370 a week.
Interest rates go up, we pay more, but our place is rented and the rent covers that.
Yes.
Right, covers that and some rates and maybe not much maintenance, but we do look after our tenants.
So if we went home, we would have to pay our mortgage, which is at least $350, plus the rates and things like that. At the moment, our tenants pay all that for us.
Thank you, tenants. Well done.
And accommodation costs in the caravan are either zero when we're doing free camping.
We love the 0 ones. 0 ones are the bomb.
But even if we can't do free camping, like in general, we mainly do low cost showgrounds or rec camps, and maximum like about $200 a week that we would pay in accommodation.
Right. Plus, you can get your power and water on those ones there as well. So,
so if we went back home, even if we didn't go into a house, if you didn't have your own house, you had to rent, you would be paying up to $400 at least a week in rent. That's nearly double what we're paying in the caravan.
What do we pay a week gas travelling?
Travelling, $7.
And what would we pay when we're at home?
About $15.
Yeah, so it's half. And what about electricity?
Electricity when we're travelling?
Yeah.
Zero. That is we have not paid an electricity bill in 2 years.
Look, if you've got the money and you've got a monster solar system and battery bank system, then you don't even need electricity really. We do sometimes, you know, it just runs down. So we've got things like generators, or we stop in at a low-cost camp that has power and water.
So you probably put the electricity cost in. We might have to buy like $10 worth of petrol for the generator, or we might have to pay for a low-cost camp.
And it's raining a bit at the moment, would you know that?
I know. Look, we're trying to film this for you guys.
And you'll hear the rain in the background. It's getting bloody heavier.
I know. Really sorry about the rain. Can't turn it off today.
How do we go with fuel?
Look, where we lived, I had about half an hour drive to work. So on average with the cruiser, it took about half a tank of fuel a week. And that's just work and a little...
Cruiser's a bit thirsty.
Yeah, a bit of other running around. But it's still the cruiser that we use in the van.
Well, what about travelling? You're travelling, you're driving.
So, but we tend to use less than half a tank of fuel. Often it's just over a quarter tank of fuel a week, depending on our situation. And that's one of the tips we're going to tell you shortly in how to save money.
Stick around, we've got some secret tips.
If Cain doesn't give them all away first. If you were just doing a lap of Australia, yes, it wouldn't be cheaper, but we are now living in our caravan and we just want to do this for as long as we can.
The differences are, if you've only got a time limit and you've got to smash it out, then it's going to be hard to achieve the fuel costs.
Fuel costs would be way more.
But if you're like us and you just live in it and you can just take your time, enjoy it, then yeah, you can minimise those fuel costs right down.
Definitely.
Food,
regos, insurances are the same, whether we're at home or not.
We even found entertainment's much the same. You know, when we're at home, you're still going to shows, movies, out to dinner. We don't do it as much, but we just left it as the same because you still do that. It's not like you change your lifestyle, you're just changing where you're actually living.
Yeah, so, and we might go to a show like where we lived in Townsville, whereas now we'll go to a show in Brisbane because we're closer there, or Hobart or somewhere like that.
That's right.
Okay, so that's out of the budget's sort of out of the road. You can see on the table that...
Yeah, you can see we cannot go back home and live. It's just not affordable.
Well, and, sorry.
Certainly if I'm not working.
It definitely is. With Cain not working, it makes it a lot more expensive. And one thing that we didn't sort of mention is our rates.
Cain doesn't pull his weight.
Yeah, that's it, no. Our rates at the moment, our tenants, because they're paying up, our tenants are covering our mortgage and our rates. If we go home, we have to cover our mortgage and our rates. So that's like 2 extra costs that we have.
That is 2 extra costs that we add on that somebody else is very kindly paying for us.
Thanks, Cain and Bridget.
That's right. We're not wealthy. Please don't think that landlords are super wealthy. We're not. It just covers the costs.
It's literally,
That's right.
We probably don't have any extra for maintenance.
We've never been people that have gone, we've got a rental or investment and we're going to charge through the roof for it and you know, try and make $1 billion.
We just want to keep our property there, so if we ever need to go home...
That's right. We like good tenants that take care of it, and we like to take care of them as well.
Okay, so let's get on to how we save money on the road. This is a bit I like watching in other people's videos.
We don't eat.
We don't do anything.
We don't do anything.
It's
we
boring.
don't move.
No, look, you can still have a whole lot of fun, do a whole lot of stuff, but if you just change a couple of things, you can save a whole lot of money. So the first one, and I think Cain's alluded to this one, is fuel.
Fuel.
Cain, how do we save money with fuel?
We travel slower. Slow down. If you don't have a time limit, slow down.
And if you think you've slowed down, slow down more.
Some more. That's right. We thought that at the start. We charged off 1,000,000 miles an hour, spending heaps on fuel, punching out the Ks. We were eating kilometres for brekkie, lunch and tea. Now, just get up, maybe an hour, maybe 2 down the road, find yourself a nice spot. If it's a good spot, stay a long time.
I was going to say, we don't get up every day and go.
No.
Our slowing down is that we've found if we spend a week or 2 in an area, we've actually sometimes it's awesome. We get to really explore that area. We find out all the hidden gems in that area, but we're not travelling very far.
There are some spots that you can sit there and stop. Certainly in WA have got some, because everything's not WA, you're an idiot. Tasmania has got some really good spots because everything's relatively close. You can park up somewhere and then without towing your van, you can shoot off and day trip, enjoy some things. Some other stuff might come up that you go, oh yeah, we want to stay and see that. So you get to see all those things.
And you just made a really good point, Cain. By not towing our van, so by parking up, not towing the van, that saves us a lot of fuel.
Oh, that saves a lot of fuel.
Yeah. So that is definitely one. And what's the other thing that we use sometimes instead of our car?
The e-bikes.
Your favourite.
How good are the e-bikes? You need to get yourself some e-bikes because they're easy to ride, up hills, down hills. We didn't spend a lot of money on them, and you can see so much stuff off your e-bike. Towns, you can explore a whole town in.
And we're saving fuel in the car. We just jump on the bike. Oh, you could go for a walk, but the bikes we can go further. Jump on the bike.
That's
go
right.
for
The
a
only
ride.
thing you do have to remember, they do need charging, so you know you just need to make sure that you've got the ability to charge it. But man, once it's charged, then yeah, it's awesome.
So fuel, go slower. Try and use different forms of transport. We haven't used, but you could use public transport a lot more too.
Yeah.
We don't tend to use
we?
that. Well, Tassie doesn't really have much public
Tassie's-
transport.
And
so-
the only time we use that is if you're in the really big cities like Melbourne.
And we don't really like those places.
And we
Ugh.
tend to steer clear of the big cities unless there's something on we really need to go there for. And then we do use public transport when we're there. But
Number two of saving some money is accommodation. So as we mentioned, we love free camping. That is our number one go-to. Or low-cost camping. How do we find these places? Cain?
Wiki camps, it's got everything on it. So.
And also fellow travellers, they'll often say, oh, have you been to this place? And we'll go look it up on Wiki, mark it, and when we come into that area,
that's
we
another
check it
big
out.
one too.
So that's, yeah.
Fellow travellers, thank you. We love meeting you guys.
And the one that we've actually found since starting travelling around is showgrounds and rec camps.
Oh, showgrounds. Showgrounds are actually surprisingly good. And in the lesser areas, not the populated ones,
Yep.
they're quite spacious and roomy and have some pretty good facilities.
And you can get power and water for anything from, we've had from $15 a night to $30 a night.
We've even stayed somewhere where it's been $10 a night for power and water.
So
At a footy recreation ground.
yeah, so that's like win-win. So you can
huge
have
win.
power, you can charge everything back up, and you can restock everything without having to go to a caravan park.
Yeah.
Now, talking about caravan parks, they are our lowest place that we travel, and it's very rare. It's only if we happen to be in a populated place that has nothing else
That's right.
that we even look at.
It's getting
them.
harder because when you do coastlines, so New South Wales and Victorian coastlines, it's really hard to not have to do a caravan park.
But if we found
Do
you
some
just
research.
look around, and you can often find either a national park, a free camp, or a showgrounds or rec camp. Might not be in quite the spot, but they're close enough. We also, another little sneaky way of saving a little bit of
leech
money.
off people.
We don't. It sounds horrible. I don't want to say
We don't leech off people. No, bad.
We go visit family and friends.
Oh, we visit family and friends.
But sometimes there's people that are living interstate that we haven't seen for years because we've moved apart, and it's a great time for us to catch up with them, and we might be able to park our van in their yard for a couple of nights.
No.
The cool thing though is that we've actually found it's a great way to reconnect with people again.
It is a really good. Travelling is an awesome way to reconnect with people. Because when you're living at home, when you're just pumping out
Just
your
do
normal
your own
life,
thing.
you seem to get caught up in just going to work, coming home, doing your stuff at home, go to work, come home, and you might on a weekend or get out
You're
to
too
see somebody.
tired,
That's
or
right.
you just
That's right. Whereas the travelling life has really just got the freedom to go, well, we're going to go there. We've got no commitments, let's just go there.
So we're reconnecting with family and friends, but also we're making new travelling friends, and often they're saying, come visit us at our place or call in and say hi. Do it.
That's right.
It's a great way to get better to know each other and things like that. And you might get a free camp
That's
for a
right.
night or
Plus
two.
you get a bit of local knowledge of the areas.
Yes, some hidden
which
gems.
is absolutely fantastic. The only thing I do recommend, and we don't do it, we don't leech. Don't become a pest and just stay there and leech off them. You just enjoy the time you got with them for a few days, see the sites they recommend, and then you can move on. And you know, it's a win-win for everybody.
No one likes someone that comes for a day and ends up a month later still there.
That's right. They're having to kick you out because you look like
you don't want to be those sort of
you're
people.
one of those bloody permanents.
Now, the other thing we have just learnt recently is that when we're hooked up to power, we're trying to save our gas because we're already paying for power in the site fees or whatever. So we try and save our gas as much as possible. What have we been doing, Kate?
Yeah, well, look, our hot water system runs off gas and electricity, so we turn the gas off.
Yep.
So it can run off the electricity when we're connected to electricity. We also try and use all our cooking and that on more electricity.
Air fryers, microwave, that induction
cooker, you know, because they're just things that you go, well, we're paying for the electricity, then we should really try and utilise the electricity, save a little bit of money on gas.
And we might save like $2 a week or something, but
it adds up.
What we found is that all those little bits have been adding up, and that's what's helping us stay on the road and make it cheaper. A few other little things that we have found. Now, Cain probably thinks this one's weird, but use public toilets. And some people go, public toilets, but during the day, if we are out anywhere, we try and use all the public toilets that we can when we need to go.
Yeah, we can't really drive back to the van and use the van toilet.
But don't like hold on until you get back home, sort of thing. Or don't go to the toilet here just before you go. Use your public toilets. One, you save on toilet paper. Maybe it's pretty crappy toilet paper usually, but it's just a little thing. The main thing we save on is chemical for the toilet.
So we have a chemical toilet, so yeah, it'll be the chemicals we save on. So when we camp at these low-cost camps, or some of the free camps actually have toilets. So during the day and that, you use their toilets, you're saving your own. At night time, you can use your own and that sort of stuff.
If we have to go for just using our own toilet the entire time, like it's probably 2 days maximum.
3, we can stretch
2 to 3. But that's like no other toilets available at all. Whereas if we can use public toilets during the day and things like that, we can go at least 5 days.
That would be good 5+ days.
Yeah, so that's going to, like the amount of times we have to fill up the chemical in the toilet, it's saving us money. All these little bits are saving us a bit more money.
We're going to check out some of the walks. Just waiting for my wife, who is visiting that old room over there. And my wife visits the toilet. Oh, hello, wife.
Yes.
How was the toilet?
He's talking about my toileting habit.
Yes.
Really. The other thing is, when we're in areas, because we're staying there longer, we're getting local knowledge. We're trying to find a lot of like free natural attractions and things. That's actually what we like going and looking at the best, isn't it? Like, we don't really like the paid ones as much most of the time. What I mean is natural things. So we like going to see waterfalls and anything to do with water, like lakes or dams or rivers or any of that sort of stuff. If we can find some caves, if we can, mountains, we're sort of easing back off the mountains a little bit now, Cain.
We'll get back into them.
But all those natural things that there's rainforest walks and stuff like that that don't cost anything. And you can find out so much about an area. There
really is. You can sit there and go, yep, check wiki camps. Some of these...
Yes, that's wiki camps is where we find some.
Points of interest, we look them up, read some reviews, and it's also a good drive too. Some of them have got a really nice scenic drive and you enjoy it and you get out there and you see it.
We have spent often the whole day out just looking at these things, and other than a little bit of fuel, it's cost us nothing.
So I normally plan, we'll just go out and see these couple of things, and it's dark nearly by the time we get home. Yep. Well, we've had a good day. We can't say we haven't had a good day. We saw a lot of good things.
And staying in an area a bit longer, we get to talk to locals, we go to the visitor centre, and we find a good list of places to go. Visitor centres, some of them have some really good information, and they actually have some attractions themselves. Some of them have interactive
ones.
things. They're almost like their own attraction.
They are.
They're free, a lot of them.
They are, yeah. So you go there, you can find all the info you want, have a little play with some of their goodies that they've got, if they've got them on offer.
And they give you some tips of where to go. The other thing is, if you're in like a mining type area, or like when we're in Victoria and we're in the snowy area, they often have museums and interactive displays that you can go and see for nothing. Like the Snowy Hydro scheme.
Snowy Hydro scheme was free. And
we
went in there and we saw a lot of it's big, so yeah, there was a lot of info in there.
And yeah, we'll just walk in and have a look at it. So definitely have a look around in your areas and find out what you can do there for free. Oh, and you can't forget the big things. I love big things. I love the big things photo books. Things? You know, I love the big things photo books. She loves big things. Oh, God. Anyway.
Sorry. We're PG channel. Anyway,
so often that's something we're looking up in my big things photo books. Oh, there's a big thing at this town. Let's go check it out. It just gives us something else to go check out. There's usually some information about it. If you want to get a big things photo books, jump on Spotto Books. The code's in the description below, and you can.
We're jumping ahead.
Well, I'm just saying that you can use our code emptynesters10.
Oh, see, back to things might look all rosy. She's allowed to jump ahead and do all this. I do.
Just saying, love my Spotto Books. Okay, and the last thing to save money in your budget is something you do at home anyway. Shop around. Yeah.
Look, go looking for the bargains, the specials.
Don't just buy it. Well, I was going to say don't just buy it there and then, but sometimes when you're traveling, you have to. So we're trying to plan ahead a little bit now, because we have found that, for example, Tent World, their price for our toilet chemicals is $7 a bottle cheaper than any of their competitors. Like, that's a big saving.
It is a big saving.
However, there is only about 2 Tent World stores in each state, except for Queensland. I think there's about 8 in Queensland. So we have to, when we find a Tent World, stock up on those chemicals.
We tend to buy a few bottles of those to see if we can get to a next Tent World so we can restock. Yeah. It's hard. When you're in a van, there's always weights and everything like that. So you can't buy bulk of everything. It's like you're shopping. You can't buy bulk. You just manage it. If it's on special, you eat rice this week.
and that's what I try and do, like fruit and veggie wise, is that I only buy what's on special, but I actually have really cut down how much in quantity I buy for fruit and veg, because we've only got such a small fridge. Right. And it goes off
we faster. Were having a little bit of waste, and waste is waste of money too. So
the other thing that we found, especially traveling around Tasmania, is buy local produce. Like, go to the local farms or any of the, it's way better quality. And it's
so tasty.
And it's really not, like, that's one thing I like to do, is support local farmers.
Oh, it is. I'm not gonna lie, the one thing I found in Tasmania is everything is just so tasty. It's like it's
delicious.
It's sometimes you think it's nearly head and shoulders above the rest of Australia for local sort of produce.
Okay, now this is the bit that some people
now we're going to get back onto the important stuff.
Number 3.
How do we make our money on the road?
Look, as we've told you earlier, we started off by selling an investment house, and that has pretty much funded the first part of our trip. We're getting to the point now where we've used a lot of that money up. We've just got a backup of it, and that's it.
We'd go broke if we went home.
Yep.
But if we travel, you do go broke too, because you do need to have some sort of income, because the money just you take money out, money doesn't just go back in.
Unfortunately.
No, it'd be nice if it did.
Yeah, just pick it off a tree. But so yes, we do have to start earning some money.
That's right. So what do we do to earn money?
We send Katrina out to work. Look, look, I'm a teacher. I can do relief teaching. I just have to get my qualification or my certification in each state. So I'm a Queensland registered teacher, so I can do relief teaching there. I've got my registration in WA, and then I'm like getting it in any other state that we're heading
She could get it in any state she wants.
It just takes a bit of time with paperwork. So that's our number 1, is that I go out doing relief teaching.
That's our main one. That's our main income, is the teaching.
The other thing that I have just started is doing NAPLAN marking. So that's
online. So
it's because I can't find any teaching that I can do online from the caravan. I don't want to do tutoring. I'm not interested in that. So NAPLAN was something really good. They pay you to do the training. I get paid to mark the scripts. It's not a huge amount, but it just tops up our money a bit. So NAPLAN marking is also something else that I'm doing. And then if we're anywhere and there's a shop or a bar that wants work, I've got my RSA, RSG, so I can go in and do some casual work there.
Look, I am a sparky, so if you were travelling and you do have a trade like myself, you can get work anywhere in that. And I've got friends that are getting some really good money just travelling around with their trades. But yeah, because of my health, I no longer do that. I've now changed professions.
He's semi-retired.
I am an author. I'm writing books, so hopefully if I can get them published, they might make some money down the track too. But I'm writing them for the love of it, not so much the money.
In about 10 years' time.
That's right. It's not for the money for me. I enjoy writing my books.
But the tips that we really have for you guys are just our extra pocket money tips.
That's right.
So these are some of the little things that we try and do, and they just give us a little bit of extra money, and it's amazing some of the extra money we're coming in. So the first one is cans. It depends what state you're in, because in Tasmania they don't actually have
it's coming. So
it's coming.
Victoria, I think, have just started. So
yeah, I'm blown away. From being from Queensland, we've been doing it for a few years now. But so we collect cans, so any of our cans that we do.
A couple of reasons. We pick up cans for the money, and we're getting rid of rubbish. So you should all do your bit and get rid of some rubbish.
Yeah, we hate seeing rubbish around campsites.
So we collect rubbish, and we take the cans from that rubbish and we recycle those cans for a bit of extra pocket money.
And look, we've sort of really started doing it probably in the last couple of months, and when we weren't in Tasmania, so before that, we were getting about $20 a month, maybe that. Yeah, sort of. The more we go walking and pick up cans, the more we get.
It's a good way to get out and get some exercise too.
It is a good way to get exercise. The second way that we've earned a little bit of money, and it's only a tiny bit of money, is affiliate links. Our main one, really our only one at the moment, is Spotto Books.
That's because she loves Spotto. She loves big things, and Spotto Books just happened to come up with that, and she promoted it. They loved it, and
Jess and I have been working together a bit now, and it's a really nice relationship. She gives us books which we can help give out to you guys, which I love giving away, but also we can give you guys a discount code, which I was trying to say earlier, emptynesters 10. So if you jump on Spotto Books, you can get 10% off, and we get 10% of your sales. I think we've probably earned about $50 all up, so we're not getting a huge amount of money, but
just the enjoyment that we're helping somebody else promote themselves too.
A small Australian business that we think is amazing. We love promoting it. We are in talks with another company, but it's not something we're doing heaps of, because we're enjoying the travels at the moment, and we can cover our costs so far at the moment. Yeah, but also we don't want to just promote anything.
No, that's
like,
right.
You know, we don't want to promote things that we don't really like or really use. It's got to be stuff that we really believe in if we're going to promote it. So we don't do a huge amount of affiliate links, but the ones that we do and we really talk of, we actually really love. The third one I have just found recently in the last few months, and you might have heard me talking on socials about it, octopus surveys. I am loving it. I love filling out surveys. It feels like I'm having my say, and a lot of them are from the Australian government, the Queensland government, councils. They're paying you to find out your feedback. And like one that I had the other day was on recycling, which, you know, picking up rubbish, things like that, all things that are really big that I am passionate about. I get paid to do a survey on it. So it started off slow. I was only getting 1 or 2 surveys a week, but now I'm getting a lot more regular surveys. And for the last 3 months that I've been doing it, we worked out I've earned $300.
I know, it's not too bad.
So I put a link in the description below for the octopus survey. So if you want to click on there, it is. I was told when I first started it's the best paying surveys in Australia, and I would definitely believe it. So
that's right.
Very impressed with it.
Surveys.
Yeah, really good. And $300, that's just a bonus. Now the last one, which everyone sort of talks about and wants to know about, is YouTube. Now we've been
That's what we're on right here, YouTube.
You guys, we've been making these videos for about 2 years now. And we only started, we're only monetized in November. and so we've only been paid for about 4 months. We're averaging about $190 a month, which I was blown away with.
It's the way everyone was talking. Now, look, there's some out there that make a lot of money off YouTube. They got a lot of subs. We're doing it for an enjoyment thing, but we're actually making more money than I actually thought we would. I thought it'd be like $10 a month.
I thought, yeah, maybe $50 a month if we were lucky.
It's not the case.
And for us, like Cain said, I love making videos. He loves being the content.
We love seeing you guys. Hello.
We love catching up with you guys.
That's right.
Like, that has been the best thing about making YouTube all up. But it's just a passion thing, and the fact that we're now getting a little bit of money from it, like, it just blows our mind.
Oh.
That money is pretty much helping us pay for the programs we use. So, like, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, Canva, and Epidemic Sound. It's helping pay for all those, so that doesn't have to come out of our other money. And I'm hoping that if I save it up, we're going to be able to buy just a little bit more equipment. So
That's
number
right.
one, I'd love to get mics, because every time we do one of these talking ones,
Shouting.
we get in trouble for shouting.
Yes,
And
we're just excited. We're excited to give you guys some tips. You can jump out there, make YouTube if you want. If you don't want to, don't do that. Pick up cans, work on the road.
But yeah, so look, YouTube is, if we can buy a little few more things out of the YouTube money, we'll bonus. Cain would love another
Second drone battery.
Yeah, so he doesn't have to say, oh, I can't do any more droning, he's gone.
No more droning.
I'd like another GoPro so we can have a couple of different
And
angles.
get different angles. So this view's the best view for me, not so good this side.
But the number one is I want mics, I want little mics. But just by you guys watching our YouTube, subscribing to our YouTube.
That's important. Subscribe, like, the algorithms love that stuff. Throw in a comment.
Comments,
That's
like
right.
chuck a comment below of how much you've enjoyed it.
People said views. Don't get me wrong, we'd love a lot of views, but it's your watch time. So if you watch all that, watch the ads for us, like, comment and subscribe. That's the simple things.
You know what I love about YouTube is that you guys can support us. We can support other YouTubers by just watching the YouTube. You can just put it on play and don't even have
That's
to
right.
watch it if you really don't like it.
Nah, you want to watch
But
this.
you can't miss it.
This is good stuff.
But
Riveting.
it doesn't cost you anything to support in YouTube. It doesn't cost.
No, it doesn't cost you a thing.
That's the amazing thing.
Just jump
Yep.
online, go to YouTube, type in happening empty nesters, start watching.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold your horses just there. Have we told you about YouTube memberships? YouTube memberships are something new that we are just looking into. It's a bit like, have you heard about Patreon or Buy Me a Coffee? It's where you sort of pay that little bit extra to get the extra content, you know, the cheeky bits or the funny bits, or if you know Cain, the silly bits. And it's just another way you can help support us a little bit. Our YouTube memberships start from just $2.99, and the first level is called Happening Empty Nesters Virgins. Okay, name of course, and it goes all the way up. At the moment we have a special for you guys, so anyone who joins memberships gets instant access to any of our stuff that we put out early. So our shorts, our YouTube episodes, as soon as I upload them, you guys get access to them. Now, I often upload them on a Thursday, ready for Friday, so you get them a day earlier. The other thing that we really want to start doing with YouTube memberships is start making some lives, having that community. It's a space where we can all just come and chat and talk and make our own sort of community there. So if you're interested, have a look down below. There is a button there to check for YouTube memberships. We'd love to see you join. And as always, we want to give back to you guys. So if you are becoming one of our members, up until June, we're going to put anyone in the draw who becomes one of our members for a prize pack. At the moment, we've got a Spotto's book. I'm going to put my favourite one in there, the big things, because that is my absolute favourite. Going to put a 21 Captain's air refiner in. I'm hoping I'm going to grab a few more prizes along the way, make it a bit of a prize pack. So we're going to draw that at the end of June. So anyone who is a member, by the end of June, we're going to draw that prize pack. Go check it out. It's just another little way that you guys can help support us. I hope some of these tips have helped you guys, and I hope it gives you a little bit of an idea of where we're sort of at money-wise and that, and why it's actually cheaper for us to stay in a caravan.
Yeah, look, at the end of the day, we can't go home because we can't afford it.
No, definitely not. And do you really want to go home, Cain?
No, geez, we're not going home because we can't afford it per se. We're not going home because we bloody love it.
Oh, we love this lifestyle. We could do this forever.
Right.
Forever and ever.
And we love you guys for watching. So, like I said, subscribe, like, throw us a comment. Just say, geez, bud, good work.
And don't forget, we've only got like a week and a half left in Tassie, so you don't want to miss.
It's nearly done.
It's so sad. I don't want to leave.
I know, Tassie's so good.
So we're finishing the East Coast next week, so come along and check that out.
Check it out.
See you next week.
Stop surviving and start living.
Get out there.
We can't go any closer together.
Love. Sweet love.
Our gas, we try and use it.
No, that's, you can't give those tips away now. That's in our how we save money.
Okay, this is what I'm talking about.
No.
It's all fun until I get in trouble, and then it loses its mojo and we're out. We're out.
I showed you that.
There was love happening right there. There was real emotion. You tell me, there was real emotion happening there, and everybody thinks, oh, they're so happy and love, and then bang.
But we have a plan. We have a sequence. I showed him
We
the
just
sequence.
talk. We yabber on. We like to waffle. I like to waffle. Let's talk about the weather. It's okay, I'll bring Mojo Cain back.
Okay, you got off track there a little bit. So, sorry, I have to deal with the sulking child.
Anybody else
as
live
well?
with a school teacher?
Yeah.
It's tracks, focus. Whose partners have lists? List. You can't veer off that list. It's a great turning page. The natural one up the road is the same scenery as the paid one just down the road, so...
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know, I was just talking because we were making content.
What's a paid scenery down the road?
Paid scenery down the road.
Who pays for scenery?
We pay for everything. We pay for the rain that falls out of the sky these days.
All the winners. All the winners? Woohoo!
They're in here.
Okay, that's right.
Today.
Whoa!
You know the
Oh, the stall, yeah.
all the well that's on today on TV
Oh, cool.
now.
Right now. Right now.